Hello everyone! The sickly Aerophite is back with you again, and today I'm going to show you how to use the um, set block command, but specifically I'm going to use a spawner, and I'm going to change what spawns inside the spawner, which is pretty cool because previously you could only do this in MC Edit, which is how a lot of things are in this snapshot, which is snapshots for 1.7. I'm in 13W37B right now, and I hope you guys enjoy. So much like the previous examples of spawning and stuff that I've done, I'm going to do it in steps and stages, but I'm not going to type out the command because it's pretty confusing, so I'm just going to kind of show it to you. First off, if you want a spawner, I'm going to set it a little bit to my left, which is -2 in the Z direction for me, and the spawner ID is 52. Now, if you're going to spawn the spawner, these two tags are just the spawner. These two tags aren't actually required. This is a metadata tag, and this is like what you want to do with the block, whether you want to keep it, destroy it, replace it kind of deal. And 0 just replaces whatever block's currently there. Okay, so spawn it. Now, spawners naturally just spawn as a pig spawner, and pigs can spawn on grass, so of course I now have a pig on my area here, and I don't want it here, so it's gone. Anyway, so that's how you do just the regular spawn. Now, you don't want to just do pig spawners everywhere though, so we're going to summon a skeleton, and what you do with that is you open up the brace tags for data tag, right? Because if you look at set block, it requires a tile name, a data value, the old block handling, which is the replace, keep, delete, or destroy, whatever, and then the data tag. Now, if you're going to do the data tag, the data value and the old block handling are required. So I had to put the 0, 0. Okay, so data tags always begin with the brace. Okay, now to change what's in that spawner, you do entity ID, colon, and then it's a string, so you put quotes around it, and you put skeleton. Okay, that's only if you want to spawn a skeleton, obviously, which I did. So you have a skeleton, and it doesn't have any items, you see, right? So I want to spawn it with an item, and I'm just going to use defaultly, or I'm going to use an arrow rather, sorry. So you got the entity ID skeleton, right? So then after the quotes you do comma, spawn data, and that's required if you want to change any of the equipment that the skeleton has, right? And then braces because it's compound. Then you do equipment, colon, because it's a list, it is a bracket, and then inside that bracket there are compounds, so it is a brace. That's really confusing, and make sure if you open these, you also close them, like I did here. Right? There's the brace, there's the bracket. Okay, so then you put whatever ID you want in its hand. I did ID 262, and that's just because that's an arrow, and that's what I was going to show for this tutorial. Put whatever you want. It's kind of hard to see, but there is an arrow in his hand. If you look in the spawner. I'll let them spawn in a minute at the end of the tutorial. Okay, so let's get rid of that. I forgot it was up. Next thing we want to do is show that with that equipment you can also enchant, but to enchant inside the area where the ID is, inside that brace there, do comma tag. Once again, open another brace, inch for enchantment. It's a list. Inside the list is components, so you got those braces again. ID 48, which is power, right? And a level 2. So he's going to spawn with a power 2 bow, basically. Now you can see these ending stuff gets really confusing. I normally make them as I'm going. Like if I was going to do, an enchantment or whatever, I would normally do inch, colon, and I just go ahead and put both and do stuff like that, and then work inside of it so that you don't have to worry about the braces so much. Just my suggestion. Okay, so to show that you can put any item anywhere, pretty much, I put an item in his hand, but we all know that you can throw items at mobs and they'll pick them up now. A lot of them will anyway. However, you can place blocks and stuff on their heads now too, which I thought was pretty cool. So, inside the tag area here, right? Or wait, maybe not. No, inside, this is why it's confusing. Inside the equipment one, right? Which was the initial brackets and brace. You know, this was just the first equipment. This right here, that's the very first equipment, right? So once it's over, then you put comma. Now, you have to put these empty braces and commas and stuff depending on which one you're wanting to do, because the equipment takes 5 parameters. It takes one for hand, and then it starts from the feet up. So it goes hand, feet, legs, torso, head, right? So I did the hand. That's what all this enchantment and whatnot was, right? So comma, this is the feet, so I'm not putting anything on the feet, nothing on the legs, nothing on the torso, and then I'm putting a grass block on the head. Okay? And as you can see, you got a skeleton with grass block. Okay, so let's turn to nighttime so that they can actually spawn. Time set. Okay, and I'm not spawning the pig, so I'll do this. And come on, skeleton. Why aren't you spawning? Got my difficulty. Ooh, difficulty hard. Ah, there we go. And see, he spawned. It doesn't show that he has a bow on here, but he does. Obviously, because he just spawned with one. Okay, got this one, right? And I did spawn him with a bow, or an arrow rather, and there you go. There's an arrow in his hand. Alright. And then we spawn this one with the bow, the power bow. You can see it's enchanted. I can't show you that it's power, but it's enchanted. And then we spawn one with the grass block on his head with it. Now, the problem right now, they're going to fix it, I'm sure, is that these skeletons and stuff will not drop their items. They will drop, you know, whatever regular stuff they do. So they might drop a bow and stuff like that, but it will not be whatever you give them. So like this guy won't give me... Oh, he did give me a 0. That's weird. Oh, that's because he normally can drop an arrow. Okay. So that's pretty cool. Now, normally there's this tag called drop chances. I'm not going to show you where it goes because it doesn't work right now, but normally you have a tag called drop chances. And in brackets you'd put like, if you wanted it to drop the item in its hand, always, you put 1. So like, if I wanted it to drop the item in its hand and I wanted it to drop the item on its head or whatever, then I could do that, right? Well, apparently it's not working in this snapshot. So otherwise I would have showed it to you. So when it does start working, I'll do a video on that as well. But I did look at the bug tracker the other day, and it does show on that it is a bug. Okay, so I hope you liked the video, guys. If you liked what I did here with the horses, with the enchantments, or the give rather, and with this set block command, then please let me know, because I enjoy doing them and I want to know what you want to see. Thanks for watching, guys. Later.